Having a stable and strong lower body is what gives you power. Working your powerhouse muscles not only burns calories, but it fuels you with energy for everyday life. For this workout, you're gonna need a set of medium free weights, a bath towel, and small pillow. Grab a resistance band for that extra challenge if you want to, and get ready to bring the heat. We're gonna start first with a little warm up. We're gonna step forward onto the mat and off the mat into a little slow jog, right? We've got Danny and Abia here to help show different variations and modifications for these moves, okay? Now, switch and lead with the other foot. So if you were leading with your right foot, start leading with the left, okay? So feel that you get your ankles loosened up here. Start taking some deep breaths in through the nose. Now we're gonna pretend like we're stepping inside and outside of a box. So take your right leg, left leg, inside, outside. So I started just stepping out with my right first, and then we'll switch up about halfway through, okay? So inside, outside. Now we're working a little bit of the lateral body. Ooh, yeah. All right? Not getting too far off. This is pretty low impact, so you should be able to take a quick step here, even if your step is less of that width, right? So even if they're just kind of narrow steps, switch it up, lead with the other foot first. Inside, outside. You're thinking about stepping inside, outside of a box. If you go wider, it's a little harder. If you go faster, it's a little bit harder. So there's lots of variations here. And as you work your speed and the intensity, you be getting faster and faster. And relax. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go into a butt kick. And here you can just start on the balls of the feet, kicking the heels up to the glutes. You can increase the intensity by adding that kick, heel up to the glute, whatever you feel like is right for you today. And then we're gonna plant the feet and say good morning. So hips about, or feet about hip width apart. You're gonna bend forward from the hips, shift the hips back, keep a nice flat back, and come all the way tall. So here's just a great stretch for the hamstrings. All right, we're getting you ready for some deadlifts. Ooh, so think about chest is up, hips are back, slight bend in the knees. You can feel that stretch through your hamstrings. If you've got your hands up at your ears, it's a little harder. If you've got your hands up over your head, even a little bit more intense. So decide what amount of weight you want to carry. If your hands are here, it's nice and light. Let's go back to some butt kicks.
Moving.
All right, so you're kicking the heels up. I like to just kind of be here sometimes because I don't feel like running. All right, so if you feel like running or not, just watch Danny over there for some of the modifications. Abia is gonna go back and forth depending on how she feels. You guys do what you feel is right. Okay, plant those feet about hip width apart. Grab onto those hips, shift the hips back, hinge from the waist. Make sure here you have a nice flat back. This is really important because you're getting the lengthening through the back of the hamstrings, and you wanna keep your back safe, so you don't wanna hunch. All right, you wanna keep that back nice and long. One more, bring it down. Up. Oh, I love that stretch. Now, we're gonna go into a jumping jack. And this is where you start, right, with a jumping jack. You're just on the balls of the feet, getting the arms up nice and high. As you step, you bring the leg out. If you wanna add the jump, you can do 2 feet at the same time, right? So now you're bouncing off the balls of the feet, but this is more advanced. So take it slow, see what feels good for you. Once you start working on these, then you're gonna really feel more strong to get the jump in place, right? Okay, now plant the feet and you're gonna do a nice little twist. Opposite knee to elbow. Good, let's get a couple of these, maybe one more, and let's go back to the jacks. So we're gonna alternate through that twist, getting the core warmed up now, right? Breathing it out. Oh yeah, getting that warm up going. Let's plant the feet. Let's go again with the twist, knee to elbow. Good, abs are tight. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. You guys look great, and relax. Now, we're gonna go into a reverse lunge, but it's gonna be a straight leg reverse lunge with a pulse. So if I'm here, I'm gonna take a big step back with a straight leg, and I'm gonna pulse with that front leg. So I'm just bending into this front leg a little bit. My back leg is nice and long because I wanna feel that stretch. Come up to the top and switch sides. So take a big step back, have a nice straight leg, and pulse. So the further you step back, the more of a stretch you're gonna feel, And this knee in front doesn't have to bend that much, okay? It can bend slightly. Good, step together and switch. Nice, big step back, get your stretch, get your stretch. Keep that leg long, pulse it out. Ooh, nice, I love it. Good, even straighten that leg out more, Abia. I wanna see that long leg, yes! Good, step together. One more time on the other side. Big stretch, open up that hip. Remember, you're pulsing from that front leg, so that front leg is allowing you to drop into that hip a little bit more. You're feeling that stretch. Good, and relax. Awesome, you guys feeling okay?
Yes.
High five.
Thanks, Anna.
High five. Love it.
you.
Now, for an extra advanced challenge on this, me and Abby are gonna grab our band, but you don't need bands. Danny's gonna show you how. All right, if you have a band, step on that band so that it's nice and loose in between your feet, and you've got your feet about hip width apart, not too wide. Bring your hands up to your hips, slightly bend your knees, and you're gonna start to pull that band away from the center. Now keep your feet hip width apart. Don't let them start coming close together. Keep those feet wide and don't let them slide together, because then you go like this. Then you have no range of motion and you're like the Tin Man trying to get some stretch. So start like Danny, and she's really pulling her leg up, feeling her glute. And Abia's got resistance, good. Keep a nice slight bend in your knees, Abia, so that you can feel a little bit of release on the joint and then you feel it through your hips. Now, we're gonna come down, we're gonna pulse. So squat, and I want you to hold that band. You have it, it's the extra resistance, and you're just squatting and pulsing. Keep your chest high, beautiful. Posture looks good. Oh, woo. I feel it because that band pulls me down towards gravity, and I gotta fight to stay up there. Good, a couple more seconds. Breathe.
Ooh, feeling it.
Oh yeah, and come up. Now, hands right back up to the hips, and let's go with those walks. So we're going side to side. Breathe it out. Nice slight bend in the knees here so that you really feel it through the outer thighs and the glutes. These are all those stability muscles that you need during everyday activities. Breathe. And if it gets tight in between, like sometimes the band gets a little tight, you can loosen up the resistance in that band and make sure that it has nice lengthening so you can get that band long, right? And let's go down for that squat. So let's go down, squat and pulse. I like this too because I'm feeling my biceps a little bit. I'm like, yes, double whammy. You're doing great, pulse it out. I know, staying low is hard. You're just adding that little bit of a pulse. Breathe, 2, 3. All right, come back up. You got one more round. Let's go, side to side. Yeah. Breathe it out. You're doing great. Exhale, breathe, good. Side to side, nice burn. Good, you're walking it out. You're trying not to lean too much. I see a lot of this happen, and you wanna try to keep your torso upright as you pull your leg out. Then you're using all the muscles in your glutes and legs versus just using your body to rotate side to side. Good job, last 2.
Oh, baby.
1, ay. Go down to that squat, last one, let's go. Good, pulse it out.
Home stretch.
Remember, the lower you go here, the harder it's gonna be. So if you're not going too low and you might be up here, that's okay. Work on your depth. As you get stronger in your legs, you'll be able to drop it a little bit lower. Keep that breath flowing. Keep the weight on your heels. Keep the weight on your heels. Good, and relax. All right, drop the band, grab a sip of water. You guys did a great job in that first round. Your legs should feel like they're burning, right? So give yourself a little sip. All right, so I want you guys to grab your medium-sized free weights for this next circuit. All right, it can be anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. It doesn't have to be too heavy. This is gonna be the reverse lunge and curl to start. You're gonna start with your feet together, and we're gonna alternate legs for this. So you're gonna take a step back, bend that back knee so that you drop front knee, and you come up, give it a curl. So here, you're gonna give your legs some real challenge by dropping towards the floor. All right, you don't have to go real deep, you don't have to go real shallow, right? Alternating sides. Your balance is gonna be challenged here, for sure, right? Drop it down and give it that curl at the top. So you can really feel your body have to stabilize here. Keep your knees safe, only go as low as you feel pretty strong and comfortable, right? And then you can build up to that 90-degree bend in that front knee and back knee. That back knee drops down, press up through that front heel, and squeeze the glutes. So you're working the glutes, working the quads, working pretty much every muscle in your leg. Good, and relax. Now, you're gonna keep those weights in hand, and we're gonna go into a deadlift. So here, you want your feet about hip width apart, not too wide, right? You're gonna have the weights in front, just like the good morning. You're gonna chest out, hips back, slowly drop down with the knees slightly bent, go just below the knees, then come up nice and tall and squeeze the glutes. All right, so you're good with a nice flat back, getting that stretch through the back of the hamstrings. Go at whatever pace feels good for you. Keep your chest up, keep your hips dropping back. You're hinging from the waist, remember. Good. That's it. Nice and slow on the way down. So you feel that stretch and then come up and squeeze those glutes.
Oh,
Looking good, Avia. I love it, you're getting that stretch. This is the silent killer, okay? Right now, you might not feel like it's that heavy with even 5 pounds in your hands, but then tomorrow you'll say, why are my hamstrings so tight? And this is why, because this is such an effective move to strengthen the back of the legs. Good. Last one, right here. All the way down, come up and relax, okay? We're going back into the lunges. We're gonna alternate legs. Let's go. Take a step back. You're still holding on to your weights, right?
Yes.
So your forearms are starting to get worked as well. So there's a lot going on for the body. Make sure to breathe. That's it, focus on your balance. Focus on when you drop that back knee, you really bend it really quickly so that you don't put that much tension on that knee, right? A lot of people take a big step back. You don't have to take a big step back. It can be a very small step that you take back, almost as if you're gonna do a curtsy, right? As if you're going to kneel down and propose. Maybe you've done that before.
Ooh.
I remember when it was done to me. It was great. Drop it down, squeeze. Nice job, you guys. A couple more seconds. You're doing great. Back and forth. Exhale. Good. And let's go back to those deadlifts, okay? So feet hip width apart. Chest is up, hips are back. Nice flat back. Drop it down. Nice and long. Come all the way up. Squeezing at the top. That's it. Nice slight bend in the knees. You never want to lock your knees here, right? So you got a nice soft bend. Your back is safe, looking good, awesome. And the way you modify this is just you go lighter on your weight, okay? You got the good mornings to warm you up. If you add just a light weight here, you're gonna get such a bigger challenge on the muscle. Good, last couple. Breathing it out. Nice work. Let's get one more. Awesome. Excellent. All right, now I want one more set from you, okay? I know the legs are working. Let's march it out. We're dropping it down. Going back and curling. I know you haven't set those weights down, but you will in a second, okay? Breathe it out with me here. Focus on that balance. I always feel like my left is so strong and stable, and then I step back, and my right is like, hi, welcome to the world. So that's really important that you notice that about your body so that as you're doing these workouts, you're feeling yourself create more of a balance, and you're feeling stronger on your left and your right, because then you're more functional in everyday activities. Good, that's it, you got it. A couple more seconds, you guys, you're looking great. It's your last one of these, I know. The legs are on fire. Breathe it out, you're doing great. And as you want to challenge yourself, if this is easy for you, you might want to invest in some heavier weights, right? Yes. You can always make it more challenging. You can always even go without weight. All right, good, last one. Drop it and curl. Hamstrings are last, let's go. Shoulder width apart. All right, chest is upright. You guys alive back there?
Yep, I know.
My girls
Barely.
look alive? Yes, here we go. Drop it down. Good. Lengthen and come up. Beautiful, breathe. Good, really enjoy that stretch. Don't go too low here. You wanna make sure your back always stays nice and straight. A lot of times people will go down and I'll see them go like this. And that isn't good for the back. That's the strain. That's not the gain, right? So we wanna make sure we don't give ourselves the strain. Give yourself the gain. Keep a nice long spine. You're doing great. Keep breathing through it. Oh yeah. Lengthen it out, good.
Feeling taller.
Tall. I know, huh?
Leaner.
You're like, yikes.
Growing.
Nice work, last one. Boom. Oh yeah. And you're up. I love it. All right, set those weights down, my friends.
Goodbye.
You're looking good. If you need a sip of water, grab it now. We're gonna go into our last circuit, and this is fun. We're gonna be on our feet.
Woo. I see a pillow.
I guess fun can be subjective. Okay, so we're gonna go with a reach and a touch combo. Here's how you should start if you've never done this move before. You're gonna do a single-legged reach. Okay, so you're gonna have to stagger your feet. This leg is balancing and stabilizing, so your butt is gonna be on fire here. You're gonna lengthen one leg behind you and the arm in front of you, and you're gonna raise that same arm and leg up towards the sky, reaching, and then coming back down, tapping the toe, lowering the arm, and then repeating that, okay? Lift and lower. This is so challenging on the body.
Ooh, it is.
All right? If you want to add a nice challenge here, you could come all the way up and you can reach with both arms and one leg and come together. And then I want you to bend towards the floor and come together. So Abia is showing you that modified version to the reach, and we are going through a touch and reach combo, right? So focus, keep your face facing down towards the floor so your neck is neutral. Good. And really focus on keeping this hip engaged, bending the knee, keeping the back nice and long. Good. One more, we'll touch the floor. Reaching down and switch. Yes,
Yeah.
you feel the burn?
Yeah. Feel that
All
on
right,
that
okay,
one.
other side, let's go. Balancing on one leg. Bring the leg back, okay? Bend the front knee a little bit. And now you're gonna extend, bring one leg up, same arm comes up, squeeze, and lower it down for balance. Lift and squeeze, lower it down for balance. You're working your glutes, you're working your back. Good. You can increase the intensity if you wanna come up and you wanna reach with both hands, kicking the leg back. You can come up and then you can bend into that hip, reaching towards the floor. All of this is done slow and steady. No rushing, no jumping, no jerking. It's hard. Keep working hard, keep powering through it. You're gonna get so much better at this stuff. I know it's not easy. Good job. Last couple. Oh, Anna's losing her balance. Good. And then we're down towards the floor and relax. Okay,
Woo.
I want you to grab your pillow, come on down to the floor, and we're gonna do an adduction move, okay? Give that butt a little bit of release, and we are going to work on those inner thighs. So you want that pillow in between your knees with your hands behind your back right now for stability, okay? And I want you to bring your feet kind of close together, all right? Bend your knees, and I want you to start pulsing. Squeeze the pillow and then release, just little pulses, as if you're squeezing that pillow and then you're kind of taking off the pressure, but not so much as to let it fall, okay? Right? So you're squeezing, keeping attention. Now, if you wanted to increase the intensity here, you can pick your hands up off the floor and use your abs. At any time, you can keep your hands behind your back if you feel like it's too much. Keep your heels on the floor, keep pulsing, keep squeezing.
Oh, baby.
Good job. I know it's not easy. Ah, yeah. Good, you're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Now, you're gonna lay all the way flat on your back, and I'm gonna have you keep that pillow between your knees. You're gonna press through your heels, squeeze the pillow, and lift the hips into a bridge.
Ooh, baby.
Up and down, you're gonna bridge the hips, lifting
Ooh.
up and then lowering it down slow. Press through your heels, squeeze the pillow, up and down. Ooh. I know that you wanna let the tension go, right? In between the thighs, but I want you to focus on squeezing that pillow even when you lower yourself down towards the floor. Your feet should be close together, not wide, okay? So bring those feet close together, lift and squeeze, try to squeeze the glutes, press through the heels, and keep the tension on the pillow. You should feel that inner thigh burning like crazy.
Ooh,
good,
yeah.
Good, you guys, almost there. You're doing great, so proud of you.
Yeah.
This is not easy stuff.
I thought the pillows meant an easy workout.
Yeah, like, let's take a nap, right? Last one. And relax. All right. Okay, one more time through.
My hammies.
Think about coming back up to your feet. Set your pillow to the side so it's not in your way. We're gonna do those forward reaches, okay? So, starting on one leg. You want a nice little bend in that leg. Bring your foot back. Same arm reaches forward, and you're lifting, lengthening, up and down, okay? It doesn't even have to be that far. You can lift it just gently off the floor and work on the balance and the stability in this leg. You might be coming forward like Danny, reaching out, getting a nice extension, and then bending. Oh, wherever you're at, you know, like if you want to just keep reaching, I totally agree that it's a good place to stay and it's not easy. Good, both of them are so challenging. Depends on how much balance work you've been doing. It depends on how strong you are in your hips. It's a very good challenge. Nice work, you guys. Breathe it out. One more, let's touch it down. Good, and let's switch it up. Yeah, glutes. All right, here we go. Let's slightly bend the knee. Good, lengthen, and let's lift. Remember here too, you can go nice and slow. If you need to take a break at any time, do it, you guys. All right, these are not easy moves. Exhale, keep the breath flowing. This is my bad, unbalanced side, so I always have to think about accepting how strong I am here, thinking about how much stronger I'm getting. Good.
So much mental focus.
Isn't it? It is like all of it included right here. Good, almost there, you guys. Keep it going. Lengthen, touch it down. Coming up. Ah, Anna lost her balance. We got one more touch to do. Good, and relax. Woo. Okay, down on the mats, grab your pillows. One more set of the adduction. Woo. And now here you can think about, do I want to challenge my core or we're gonna start in that seated position.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you don't wanna forget about that one, do ya? So we've got the pillow between the knees and we're gonna squeeze and pulse. So remember, the pulse is where you're getting that tension and then you're releasing ever so slightly, but it's a constant. It's a constant. Pulse, pulse, pulse.
Like my heart rate.
I know, my abs are on fire because I'm like holding myself up away from gravity. But if you need this support, use it gently and use a little bit of that help. Squeeze, come on, squeeze, you got it. Squeeze, come on. Inner thighs, you don't get enough of this work. All you needed was a pillow, you didn't even know it, right? Next time you watch TV, you're gonna see that pillow, you're gonna say, oh man, should I or shouldn't I? You say, yes, go for it, good, and relax. Let's come down to the floor. All right, let's bring the feet close together, squeeze the pillows, and then I want you up and down, pressing through the heels. All right, so even if you want to pick your toes off the floor a little bit, you can, so that you really isolate the back side of the body and press through those heels. That's the way. Breathe, good. Squeeze the pillow. Come on, you're almost there.
Sexy legs.
Sexy legs. Sculpted legs, powerhouse muscles, getting strong. Up and down. Awesome job. Come on, guys, breathe it out. Awesome, breathe. And down, good. All the way up, squeeze. And down. Last one, ladies, you got it. Squeeze and relax. All right. let's set the pillows aside and we're gonna finish with a gift. I'm going to give you the towel stretch sequence that is amazing to assist you in getting more flexible through the hips. So you wanna have a long back towel, right? So that you have a lot of space to grip. And you're gonna come onto your back with the bath towel in your hands and you're gonna place it underneath your left foot. So you want it to be under the ball of the foot so you got support, and you might grab the towel towards the end. And you've got your opposite knee bent right now so that you can feel that stretch through the hamstring, and you're kind of just pulling that towel towards your chest so that you can feel a nice extension, a nice assisted stretch. If you pull your toe towards your face, you're gonna feel that stretch even more, right? Now, if you wanted to increase the stretch, you could lengthen your opposite leg all the way down, straight away from your body towards the floor, and that's gonna open up your hips even more. But if you feel like that puts a little too much strain on your back, just keep that knee bent, all right? So you're lengthening, feeling that good stretch through the hamstring.
This is a gift. Thank you, Anna.
You're gonna need it. You did all those deadlifts today and good mornings and lunges. Now, you're gonna take that towel with your left hand, okay? So that your left hand is there and your right arm is going out wide to support you. You're gonna allow your leg to open up slowly towards the floor, getting a nice groin stretch. So your leg might be up towards your shoulder or it might be lower. It might be low down towards your other foot. It depends on your flexibility. So you might have to loosen up the towel. You might have to let your arm out a little bit, but if you can bring that leg up further and further, you're gonna feel even more of a stretch. Just depends on your flexibility in your hips right now. But with that foot on the floor, you can actually relax, right? So you're holding the towel only to pull it up towards the shoulder a little bit. Take a couple deep breaths. Then I want you to bend the knee, all right? Bring the leg back up into that hamstring stretch. And you're gonna grab the towel now with your right hand, all right? But you're here, you're gonna bring your left arm out wide and you're just gonna cross the leg over the midline. You're not gonna go far because you wanna keep your leg up at that same distance, okay? So it's getting the hamstring, but now it's coming across your midline, which now gets into the IT band, which is gonna feel like the unknown pain that you're not sure about. But don't go very far here. Just go slightly across the midline and hold it there. Take a nice deep breath in. Then bend that knee and switch feet. All right, so you've got the other foot. Let's put the right foot, left foot down so you can have a bent knee here to stretch the hamstring. See where you feel it. Nice extension. Awesome. Now you can straighten out that opposite leg if you want to. That's gonna open up the hips a little bit more. You can feel that stretch. Breathe it out. Good, then you wanna grab that towel with the right arm. You're gonna let that left arm go wide this time. And then just let your right leg drop open. Slowly bring it down towards the floor. Good, and you might have to let out the tension. You might have to reach a little bit further down the towel because maybe you don't have as much flexibility, and that's okay. That's what the towel is there for. It's a long towel so that you can keep a long arm grip on it. Try to point your heel out and away from your body. So flex your foot right now. Think about extending your heel away from your body, flexing the toe so that you can really elongate that groin muscles or inner thighs. Yeah. Good, then bend that knee, bring that leg straight up again. Okay, you're grabbing it into that hamstring stretch. Then grab the towel with the left hand, bring the right arm out wide to stabilize, and come just across the midline. Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
This side's way tighter on
Yeah,
this
this
side.
side.
Nice breath.
I always forget the IT band.
Yeah, the IT band is always neglected because it doesn't show up until there's a chronic tightness. And then by then, you're in pain, and it's so hard to create that release and that tension. So it's good to avoid having IT band syndrome. Awesome, bend that knee, bring the foot down, and we're done, my friends. Excellent job, ladies. Good job, you guys. I hope that really opened up the legs after that lower burn. We'll see you next workout.